Have you ever noticed how some people effortlessly draw others to them? Without even trying, they command attention, spark desire, and maintain control in any social setting. It's not luck. It's not magic. It's psychology, specifically dark psychology. While most people stumble through attraction based on emotions and impulses, those who understand the psychological forces at play can turn the tables. Imagine being able to control attraction rather than being controlled by it. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll have powerful tools to shape how others see and respond to you. But before we dive in, don't forget to like and subscribe to support our journey. It helps us grow and bring you more valuable content. Now, let's unlock the secrets of controlling attraction with dark psychology. Number 1, the power of scarcity. Less is more. People desire what they can't easily have. It's human nature. The moment you make yourself too available, too eager, or too accommodating, you lower your perceived value. Dark psychology teaches that scarcity breeds desire. This principle is why luxury brands limit their products and why people often want what they can't have. A powerful way to apply this is through controlled absence. Imagine two people. One always responds instantly, always available, always eager. The other is selective with their time, occasionally takes longer to reply, and doesn't always say yes. Who do you think is more attractive? The second person, because their time is perceived as valuable. This is rooted in Stoicism as well. Marcus Aurelius once said, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." In attraction, this means being intentional with your actions. Give just enough presence to keep others engaged, but leave enough distance for them to crave more. If you're always in sight, you are no longer exciting. Another example is dating. If you act as if you have unlimited options and don't rush to commit, you become more desirable. People don't value what they can easily predict. They value what feels uncertain and rare. The key takeaway? Don't overgive your attention. Let others experience moments of your absence. It makes your presence far more powerful. Number 2, the art of mystery. Say less, reveal slowly. What is more intriguing? Someone who lays out every detail of their life immediately, or someone who reveals just enough to spark curiosity? Mystery is a psychological magnet. The less people know about you, the more they fill in the blanks with fascination. Dark psychology leverages strategic withholding, not deception, but controlled disclosure. Instead of sharing everything about yourself instantly, give information in layers. For instance, if someone asks about your past, give a simple but intriguing response like, "I've had some interesting experiences, but I don't talk about them lightly." That response creates intrigue. They now want to know more. In Stoicism, Epictetus taught that control over emotions begins with control over expression. By not revealing everything at once, you maintain power in interactions. When you withhold, you make people work for your attention, and in doing so, they value it more. Think about celebrities who rarely do interviews. Their mystery makes them more intriguing. The same principle applies in attraction. If you always share your thoughts, feelings, and plans too soon, you remove all curiosity. The more someone has to guess about you, the more mentally engaged they become. The lesson? Say less. Let silence do the work. Reveal yourself in layers, and you'll always have the upper hand. Number 3, emotional control. Emotional control is one of the most powerful psychological tactics in attraction. The moment someone knows they can easily affect your mood, whether through rejection, praise, or manipulation, you lose control. The opposite? Indifference. The ability to remain unaffected by external validation or rejection makes you incredibly attractive. Stoicism emphasizes this deeply. Seneca once said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Most people react emotionally based on imagined fears or desires. But what if you didn't react? What if rejection didn't shake you? What if praise didn't inflate you? You would be untouchable. An example? Think about someone trying to get a reaction from you. Maybe they tease you or pull away to test your response. If you react emotionally, you show insecurity. But if you remain composed, they subconsciously perceive you as higher value. Dark psychology uses this through emotional non-reactivity. If someone tests you, stay neutral. If they try to make you jealous, act unaffected. If they pull away, don't chase. Instead, control the emotional frame. By demonstrating that nothing disturbs your inner peace, you automatically command more respect and attraction. The key takeaway? Control your reactions, and you control the dynamic. Emotional stability is irresistible. Number 4, the push-pull technique. One of the most powerful dark psychology tactics is push-pull, giving attention, then withdrawing it. This creates emotional highs and lows that trigger deeper attraction. People don't fall for what's predictable. They fall for what stimulates their emotions. If you're always warm and affectionate, it becomes boring. If you're always distant, it becomes frustrating. But if you mix warmth with moments of detachment, you create a roller coaster effect that keeps people hooked. Imagine flirting with someone. First, you compliment them, making them feel special. Then, later, you act slightly distant, making them question where they stand. This contrast makes them invest more effort in winning your attention back. This principle exists in Stoicism as well. The philosopher Zeno taught the value of controlled attachment, being engaged but never overly attached. In attraction, it means knowing when to give and when to pull back. Too much pursuit lowers value. Too much distance kills interest. The balance is key. The lesson? Keep people on their toes. Give just enough to build attraction, then step back to create desire. The cycle keeps emotions engaged. Number 5, confidence and status. Confidence is often misunderstood. It's not just about self-belief, it's about demonstrating high status through behavior. In dark psychology, confidence is amplified by pre-selection and social proof, showing that others already desire and respect you. People are drawn to those who are already admired. If others want you, your value skyrockets. This is why celebrities, high-status individuals, and social leaders have effortless attraction. They don't chase approval. They assume they are the prize. Stoicism aligns with this principle. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest emperors, never sought validation. His confidence came from within. When you radiate self-sufficiency, whether through success, social presence, or self-mastery, you naturally attract others. A real-life example? Imagine walking into a room where people already admire you. Your social value is instantly high. People notice. Now apply this in attraction. When you build a strong social presence, others will naturally be drawn to you. The key is to develop a life so engaging that attraction becomes a byproduct. The takeaway? Be the person others gravitate toward, not the one seeking approval. Confidence, combined with status, is the ultimate attraction force. Number 6, the power of reverse psychology. What happens when you tell someone not to think about a pink elephant? They immediately think about it. This is the power of reverse psychology, making people desire something by subtly implying they can't or shouldn't have it. In attraction, people value what feels just out of reach. If you tell someone they probably wouldn't like you, they suddenly feel the need to prove otherwise. If you casually mention that you're not looking for anything serious, they may subconsciously want to be the exception. Stoicism teaches that the mind is naturally drawn to what is restricted. Seneca once said, "It is the power of the mind to be unconquerable." When something feels unattainable, our minds work harder to obtain it. A real-life example? Imagine someone asks if you like them. Instead of answering directly, you smirk and say, "I don't know, you're kind of growing on me." This creates uncertainty and forces them to seek more validation. They now want your approval rather than you seeking theirs. The takeaway? Instead of constantly proving your worth, make others prove theirs. Frame yourself as the prize and let them work for your attention. Number 7, the law of contrast, shifting perceptions. People don't perceive things in isolation, they compare. Dark psychology leverages this by controlling contrast, making something seem more appealing by placing it next to something less desirable. In attraction, this means presenting yourself as the best option by subtly influencing comparisons. A person may not realize how valuable you are until they see how much better you are than the alternatives. This principle is deeply rooted in Stoicism. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Look to the essence of things." When people compare experiences, they make decisions based on contrast rather than absolute qualities. For example, if someone is dating a person who is unreliable, and then they meet you, someone who is stable yet mysterious, you suddenly appear far more attractive. The contrast makes your qualities stand out. A practical application: if someone is unsure about you, subtly highlight the flaws in what they're used to without directly attacking it. Statements like, "I don't believe in just going through the motions like most people do," make them reassess their current choices. The takeaway? People don't recognize value in a vacuum. Place yourself in a position where the contrast naturally works in your favor. Number 8, the illusion of choice. One of the most effective dark psychology tactics is guiding someone to a decision while making them believe it was their idea. People resist being controlled, but they welcome choices, especially when those choices are subtly designed to lead to a specific outcome. This is a psychological trick often used in sales. Instead of saying, "Do you want to buy this?" a salesperson will ask, "Would you like this in black or navy blue?" The illusion of choice removes resistance. Stoicism embraces this in emotional control. Epictetus said, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the views which they take of them." If you can guide someone's view, you control how they react. A real-life example? Instead of asking someone to spend time with you, say, "Would you rather grab coffee or go for a walk later?" They now feel like they're making the decision, but both options lead to your desired outcome. This technique also works in attraction dynamics. Instead of chasing someone's validation, let them choose how they interact with you, but in a way that subtly steers them toward attraction. The key takeaway? People resist control, but embrace guided choices. Frame your interactions so they feel in control while you steer the outcome. Number 9, the dopamine hook. What keeps people glued to social media, video games, or a new romance? Dopamine, the brain's reward chemical. Dark psychology manipulates this by triggering unpredictable rewards, keeping people mentally hooked. This is the reason gambling is addictive. The unpredictability of the reward system keeps people engaged. When applied to attraction, it means mixing predictability with surprise, creating an emotional roller coaster that keeps people coming back. Stoicism teaches detachment from instant gratification. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Understanding how dopamine works allows you to control attraction rather than being controlled by it. A real-life example? Imagine someone always receives compliment from others, but you rarely give them until the right moment. That sudden validation hits harder because it was unexpected. Now, they crave more. The takeaway? Don't always give attention on schedule. Make it unpredictable. Give a compliment when they least expect it. Pull away when they think they have you figured out. The mix of certainty and uncertainty creates a dopamine loop that keeps them emotionally invested. Number 10, let others build your value. People take cues from their environment when assessing value. If others see you as desirable, attractive, or high status, new people will assume the same. This is the power of social proof. Dark psychology teaches that the easiest way to appear valuable is to be seen as valuable by others. The more people admire you, the more attractive you become, whether or not you've changed anything about yourself. Stoicism aligns with this through the idea of reputation. Seneca wrote, "Associate with those who will make a better man of you." The company you keep shapes how others see you. If you surround yourself with high-value individuals, you automatically gain perceived status. A real-life example? Someone walks into a room alone and no one notices. But if that same person walks in with a group of people laughing and admiring them, suddenly they seem more interesting. People assume there's a reason they're receiving attention. How do you use this? Surround yourself with others who value you, whether in social settings, online presence, or professional circles. Let others talk about your value, and new people will assume it to be true. The takeaway? Don't chase status. Let others demonstrate your value, and attraction will follow naturally. Attraction isn't about looks, wealth, or luck. It's about psychology. When you understand how the mind works, you can influence how others perceive and desire you. If you made it this far, don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps our journey and brings more powerful content your way. See you in the next one.